Just a few days after Nintendo announced delays on pre-orders indefinitely for the American audience, they also today announced that Canada is joining that as well. As far as we know, the date for the system to release is still June 5th. That has been confirmed to be still the date as of now. That can change in the future. But just a few days ago, Nintendo announced the United States was going to be delaying their pre-orders indefinitely while they look to the tariffs and evolving market conditions. So what does that mean for Canada? Both of us are in the same boat as far as pre-orders are concerned. So I actually just made a video on this on my podcast channel, Geeb Podcast. You can check the link down below to check that podcast out. We do every week. But I actually made a video for that channel. I'm going to make it here for my my audience here on YouTube is Uncle Geeb channel. So I'm actually going to show you guys that clip that I posted on that channel here because it all applies how I'm feeling and everything. It all applies the same. But breaking news, Canada now joins the list as well. So the dominoes are falling. We still have no indication on whether, and it's currently the 8th, so tomorrow's the 9th as far as the recording is concerned. We still don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, if they're going to open the pre-orders like they initially said, or are they going to delay them past tomorrow? We do not know. No indications yet that this process is over. The only thing confirmed is that release date is unchanged for the Switch 2. But again, that can change. So, if you watch my podcast channel, I appreciate that. You probably already checked out this clip. If you have not, please enjoy this clip of me kind of explain the situation we're in right now. I was a bit downer in that video. I'm still pretty down about the whole thing, to be honest with you, a few days later. But I was very down in that video because it really hit home and hurt because we had such good information, such a good time early last week for the Switch 2, and now everything is kind of up in the air as far as release dates and pricing. So it's scary times if you're a Nintendo fan. I just want to share this video with you guys on here on my Uncle Geeb channel. So please enjoy this video, and I'll check you guys in the next one. This is a bit of a different video than we normally post on this channel. Drip is on his way to New York right now to go touch and play the Switch 2. Super excited for that. More content coming on that on this channel and Drip's channel, which I edit for. This is a bit of a different video from that because he's not here for number one, but number two, this is not a good video, not a video that I wanted to make. I'm going to do my best to make this video in one take. I don't want to edit it. I just want my raw reactions to this. I'm going to also do my best to not be political in any way because, well, I shouldn't say anyway because obviously tariffs are political. It's kind of hard to ignore that. I'm going to do my best regardless to avoid the touchy subjects other than talking about the facts here that we have. So yeah, I started my morning with a text from my fiance that GameStop was halting pre-orders, and then it quickly led for me to research some more and see that Nintendo themselves have put out a statement that U.S. pre-orders are on halt for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I can't explain to you guys how disappointed this makes me, just a pure gaming standpoint. As a gaming fan, someone who it was and is continually extremely excited to see the Nintendo Switch 2, and wanted to play the Switch 2, having the realization that might not be a possibility. I mean, I think I've talked about this publicly a little bit. I'm selling like a lot of stuff. I sold my OLED already. I sold my Steam Deck. Shout out to the person who doesn't want me to name their name publicly. Shout out to you who bought most of that stuff. Really helped me afford the Switch 2 at the $450 to $500 price. I mean, that's just, I just sell my OLED, my Steam Deck willingly. I'm not asking for pity. I'm just explaining to you guys that I'm sure a lot of you guys are in a similar situation to me out there that this was going to be tough to afford the console itself and your bills. I am in the same boat as you. So that's why I went and realized that I didn't really need to keep my OLED. I didn't need to keep my Steam Deck because that means the Switch 2 is going to play most of the games I want to play anyway at perfectly acceptable frame rates and whatnot, if not the same or better than the Steam Deck. So, I mean, I'm losing out my PS5 remote play on the Steam Deck. You know, there's some things I'm losing out on, but largely, I don't need it. As you can see, I'm not hurting for accessories and Switch stuff. Again, I'm not asking for pity. You can see clearly behind me what I'm keeping, and I love that stuff. And I would be ashamed to see that go as well, but yeah, I mean, Tears of the Kingdom stuff's not going anywhere. The Panda Wii U that I made, you guys know if you know, that is not going anywhere as of now. Yeah, I'm not asking for pity. I think a lot of you guys can resonate with what I'm saying here today. That this is disappointing news because, of course, the internet's been on fire the last couple days with the $80 Mario Kart, the misinformation of the $90 physical games in the United States. There's been a lot of misinformation running around the Switch too. I actually talked to my buddies this morning on Discord. They were kind of portraying, at least the $90 cart thing was some misinformation they were relaying, and I just had to let them know. I had to throw the hammer down, Nuge. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, the games are not going to be $90 in the United States as far as we know. But it's kind of Nintendo's fault that this misinformation is being spread because they didn't put it in their main direct, and that's also kind of leakers' faults for grabbing snippets of information out of context and some of it wrong. It's everyone's fault, really, misinformation. It's not one person's fault. Just got to correct it. But anyway, back to the point here. I super disappointed as a Nintendo Switch fan. Super disappointed that the Switch 2 might not be in my price range anymore. I mean, as it was, like I said, I'm selling a bunch of stuff to afford that $450 to $500 price tag. If we look at the tariff on Vietnam, I think it is. I was saying Taiwan on Twitter. I was wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Vietnam. That tariff is 46%. So tariff is basically a tax on the company and on the companies, the importers, right? And usually that gets passed on direct to the consumer. So we're using that knowledge to kind of predict what the price could be here if Nintendo decides to fully push the 46% tax on us instead of eating the cost themselves. So 46% tariff would be 46 cents on every dollar. Okay, that's kind of a simple way to look at it. Kind of like sales tax is like 10-15% depending on where you're at in the country, something like that. Would that be like 15 cents on a dollar normally what you pay to register? This is going to be 46% on top of your normal taxes. So, and it's not going to show up as normal taxes. It's just going to show up in the main price. So if we take that 46 cents and add it to the $450 price that the Switch 2 is already at, you're looking at about $655 USD. Now, I think Nintendo has to eat some of that cost. There's no way that they're going to, right? I say that now, but there's no way that Nintendo's just going to throw out there a $650 price tag after they put out $450 and expect the United States market just to buy it. The United States market is one of their biggest markets. They have to make sure that they don't overly offend the U.S. market too much because they want to sell in this market. And the Americans are struggling as it is, and that's pricing them out. I've already talked to a few people on Discord in our servers and on Twitter. They're struggling as it is, and there's no way they're going to be able to afford that $650 price tag. And also, by the way, that Mario Kart bundle now becomes over $700 USD. It's bad. That's bad business for Nintendo. So Nintendo's in a bit of a is the saying a rock in a hard place? Is that the saying? I think that's where Nintendo's at. They have to make a decision whether how much of this, if at all, they're going to eat themselves because it's a reality. Now, who knows with this current administration whether or not this tax is even going to be, this tariff, I should say, is put into effect. How quickly? When? Is it already? Is it retroactive? I don't know much about tariffs. I'm not claiming to be any sort of expert here. Just a guy who's upset that, and this is going to sound like what a privileged, ridiculous thing to say that sounds. I'm outraged that my gaming console is too expensive. I just want to say as well, people are struggling out there, and there's people who already weren't going to be able to afford the Switch 2 as it is, and this doesn't matter to them. And those of us out here who are like, oh, my gaming console is more expensive, I won't be able to buy it. Boo-hoo. I get you. I totally understand you. I feel you. I'm not asking, once again, not asking for your pity out here. I'm just a super excited Nintendo Switch fan. If you saw the clip on this channel that we posted a couple days ago of Hyrule Warriors, The Imprisoning War, which is what it should have been called, being released, and how excited I was at that. I'm a grown man, and I screamed and cried on the internet the other day. And now here I am 2 days later, just kind of expressing my feelings about how upset I am and trying to ignore the elephant in the room, which is the politics of it all. But expressing my feelings to you guys right here, that this is really disappointing. And I just kind of want to connect with you guys, the audience out there, podcast audience, fans of me who've been around for a while. Just want to connect with you guys and kind of like kind of sit with you, stand with you, so to speak. Just like, this sucks. Like, this sucks a ton. Now, I mean, the rest of our economy is in a mess right now in the United States. Everything else is expensive. That's already been a reality we've been fighting. And the price already was hard to justify as it was for Nintendo, but now that this tariff is going to be a thing, officially, as of GameStop and Nintendo confirm that the pre-orders for Switch 2 have been halted due to tariffs and economic stuff, whatever the quote was. This sucks. It sucks, man. I just don't know what else to say. I just wanted to express myself a little bit here, get vulnerable with you guys. And I know I'm not going to turn off comments because that's not going to be good for the video. And I can't moderate it all. So there's going to be political comments made in the comment section here. I can't stop that. But yeah, this sucks. This sucks a lot. This is a very unusual thing for me to be doing. I haven't gotten in front of a mic and a camera without streaming by myself for a very long time. This is my first video I've made in a while. I think this is going up on the podcast channel, but you guys know Uncle Geeb channel. I post over there too. Just haven't done so in like 2 years. This really sucks. I have nothing else to say about it without getting into realms that are touchy, and I don't want to upset people who are fans of mine, and I don't want to upset people, at least on this platform. I don't want to upset people who are fans of mine who, I don't want to offend anybody. I think we're all victims right now. That's the thing, whether you want to admit it or not, we're all victims right now of the prices of everything in our country, including the games. Yeah. I guess one more thing I can talk about quickly is, no, I'm not going to talk about that. I think I said what I needed to say. This has run its course. I had a thought in my mind that this is going to be like an RGT video, but from my perspective, see how it goes, see what happens. I don't know if this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to see that comment through all the other negative stuff, assuming this video gains any sort of traction and the idiots come in and leave their dumb comments. But yeah, this sucks. We'll share more information when we know more information about what the Switch 2 costs officially, updatedly in the United States. I just want to play this. I just want to play Hyrule Warriors. I just want to play Zelda and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I want to play them at 60 FPS, 4K HDR. That's what I want. Is it too much to ask? I don't want to do it for $700 though. That I don't want to do. And I don't think I will be able to do that. Yeah. Hopefully the next video we make in this channel is a lot more positive. And hopefully you appreciated me getting a little bit vulnerable with you guys here. So, yeah. Have a good day. And, yeah.